guys, welcome back for another Lord of the Dank beer tasting video. Got something a little bit different and special today. I've got 3 Lord of the Dank beers left to try, and I thought what I'd do is do like a triple header. So I'll show you the 3 beers I've got. First up, I've got Dank Sabbath Volume 4 from Karl at Floor Sweepers Union on the right. What I'll do is I'll put the names underneath the glasses because I can see that I'm going to get mixed up otherwise. Next up we've got Shooting Danks IPA from Les at Two Hands Brewing. And last but not least we have Shaun from MEGAtun Brewing's Dank Diggler. Now the label's not actually Shaun's, it's from an old bottle that I gave Shaun. So that's no concern, we won't worry about the labels, but just give you a closer look at the other 2 there. Fantastic looking labels there, Karl and Les. So yeah, let's pour them up, then I can tell you a little bit more about them, and then yeah, we can dive into the beers. So hope your week's going well. I know mine is, or it's about to get better. Ooh, nice hiss off of Karl's Dank Sabbath. So this is clocking in at 7.3%. What I might do is once I've poured the beers up, I think I might just get rid of the bottle so we've got a bit more space. I think this has come off the keg, but I will be careful in pouring a little bit of sediment in the bottom. So yeah, that's the Dank Sabbath. Next up we've got Les is Shooting Danks. Hopefully this video doesn't go on too long, but I'm expecting to be sort of 15 to 20 minutes, so hopefully you find it interesting. Tiny hiss, not too much. The bottle was firm but not tight. Okay, so that's the Shooting Danks, and then oh, nice little hiss off of your beer, Shaun, the Dank Diggler. I think this has come off the keg, but I'll be careful once again. Just maybe save the last little. Yeah, maybe a little bit of sediment in the bottom there. So yeah, looking fantastic. So I'm going to get rid of the bottles, or just put them to one side. And like I say, I'll put the names underneath each glass so you know which one is which. So yeah, looking fantastic. A nice, similar colours, but a nice sort of range. Karl, Les, Shaun. Let's see how long it takes before I get them mixed up. We'll see how we go. Get rid of that as well. So yeah, obviously each beer is going to be scored on its own merits, but I thought it'd be nice to sort of be able to bounce some ideas of one beer against another, just so in my own mind I sort of can tell the differences and give me a better idea for marking. So yeah, colour wise they're pretty similar, although on the camera Les's looks a little bit lighter. Yeah, not much of a head on yours, Les, but yeah, that doesn't matter. Now I think they're all sort of in that 7% range. Pretty sure they're all 7%, so yeah. There's a closer look at Karl. So they're a little bit, they're all sort of look like they've got some hop haze, and I'm just going to put that down to the amount of hops that have gone into each of them. Beautiful colours, nice sort of, yeah, burnt orange. Holding those 2 up, definitely got a burnt orange. And Les is just still a burnt orange, but maybe not as deep. So, okay, let's go in for a smell on Karl's beer first. Cheers, Karl, really appreciate it. Cheers, everyone else. Oh yeah. Now I couldn't find much info on Karl's beer. Actually, that's not true. See, this is where it's all going to go haywire. I do have information on Karl's beer. Okay, so the grains are ale, gladiator, toffee, light crystal, and sour grapes. So that's a real nice, bit similar to like the supercharger base. Gladiator in there for head retention. Okay, the hops are Summit, Nelson Salvin, Simcoe, Cascade, Centennial, and Mosaic. Fantastic. My first impression was a real rich, juicy hop aroma coming off the top. Yeah, like ripe, almost like ripe grapefruit and orange. Yeah, grapefruit, orange. Maybe like a little bit of berry, probably from the Mosaic. Summit I'm not familiar with, but yeah, there's definitely some really nice, deep, rich, like I say, sort of ripe citrus aromas. And then in the background, you've got some nice sort of hints of sweet malt, caramel, and that toffee definitely coming through. But the hops are the sort of the predominant thing I'm picking up on the aroma. So absolutely fantastic. Next up, we will go. I think we may as well go in order. Otherwise, I'll really get mixed up. Okay. Totally different aroma. Now Les has used WLP 644, that's the Brett Troy yeast, which I think it's the same one that Chris used in his New England IPA. See if we can get a bit more info off the bottle here. Hopped, okay, it's Chinook, Centennial, Columbus, Simcoe, Rewalker, Mosaic, double dry hop, and keg hop, and fermented, yeah, with that WLP 644. But yeah, it's definitely a different aroma, and definitely getting the sort of citrus from those hops. But it's more, and I think I got it from Chris's New England IPA, and from that yeast is the pineapple. It's more tropical fruit. There's definitely some hints of citrus there, don't get me wrong, but yeah, but it's also combined with some real nice tropical fruit. In particular, sort of, yeah, pineapple and sort of mango. Oh, that smells absolutely fantastic, Les. And all the flavour or the aromas from the different hops seem to be sort of in balance. So while I'm getting the pineapple and mango and the citrus, yeah, they're all levels. Like the pineapple's not dominant on the aroma anyway. And then as far as the malts go, yeah, like Karl's, I'm getting some nice sweet caramel, sort of toffee aroma from the malts, but quite subtle, more in the background of the hops, as with Karl. So yeah, off to a fantastic start. We're up to 9 minutes already, so I can see this being a 20-minute video. Sorry guys. Okay, now we've got Shaun's. Now I don't have any information on Shaun's other than that he used 300 grams of hops. Okay, that's got a real nice, intense, juicy, I was going to say there's definitely citrus, but there's also like, it smells a bit spicy. Yeah, some like spiciness coming through. Ooh, my mouth is salivating just from smelling the beers. And then the anticipation of trying them. So I'm not going to waste any more time. We're going to dive in with, I think we'll go Karl's again, just go across the board. So cheers Karl, cheers everyone else. Yeah. Just as on the aroma, I think I described it as being a sort of ripe and juicy sort of citrus and sort of flavours from the hops. Getting that, but even more on the mouth, more pine and resin. Yeah, real super juicy. Sort of reminds me of some of the commercial double IPAs you can get. There's no mistaking, there's tons of hops. Sorry, I'm holding the beer away. There's tons of hops, and that's coming through on the flavour here. Ripe, juicy, citrus. Yeah, what else was in there? Nelson Salvin. Yeah, not sure I'm picking up the Nelson on its own as such. I think the more powerful hops is probably coming to the forefront a bit more. But the Nelson's probably blended in with those to give, I don't know, I guess a more unique or complex sort of citrus flavour. Good hit of bitterness up front. Yeah, it's definitely quite highly bittered. I don't know if it says on the bottle. But yeah, that beautiful, smooths away beautifully. Yeah, sort of getting some like orange, that citrus sort of, yeah, orange marmalade. I think I described another beer recently, maybe another one of the Dank beers. It's having that sort of orange marmalade, that real rich, you know, if you just got orange marmalade on a spoon and just ate it, you're getting that really intense sort of zesty juiciness from those hops coming through. Actually, it looks a bit like orange marmalade as well. So yeah, almost like a liquid orange marmalade with some citrus and other flavours in the background. Picking up that nice sweetness from the malts, but it's more just really a platform for the hops. It's there, but just I was going to say second fiddle, playing second fiddle to the hops, but yeah, just a supporting act, I guess you could say. The hops are the star, the malts are the supporting act. Even though it's got that sweetness up front, it's got quite a nice sort of dry finish to it. The head's obviously sticking around, it's not going anywhere. So yeah, brilliant. Thank you, Karl. So cheers, Les. Let's and cheers everyone else. Let's get into your what is it called? Shooting Danks. Ooh, that's nice. It's nice in the same way that Karl's is nice, as in a real rich. The aroma compared to Karl's was not quite as pronounced, but on the taste, it's just as rich and juicy as Karl's, but it's different. Yes, definitely citrus, but with a mix of that pineapple and mango sort of mixed in as well. Yeah, very, very pine. There's a lot of pine and resin, just as with Karl's. Yes, Les's isn't giving away quite as much on the nose, but boy, it's delivering on the flavour. Possibly even a little bit more intense on the flavour than Karl's in the hop department. It's delicious. Once again, the malts are there. You can pick up the sweetness from the malts and like a little bit of caramel toffee. But yeah, once again, they're the supporting act for the hops themselves. Yeah, that's good punch of bitterness there. Possibly a little bit more than Karl's. But once again, it's got a real nice dry back end to it. Yeah, that is super intense with the hops. And I know you did like, was it 2 dry hops, keg hops, and it's coming through. That is pretty much like liquid hops. Delicious. Wow, these are turning out to be some fantastic beers. Just have to say the other ones I had prior to this were all fantastic as well. So yeah, let's get into Shaun's. Cheers, Shaun. Sorry I don't have a bit more information on your beer. A closer look there. I think it's all these beers are going to clear up if they warm up a little bit more. So we'll dive in. Oh, it's nice. That's been my initial reaction for all the beers pretty much, but certainly these 3. Yeah, Shaun's has got that citrus, but it's got something else in there. It's got, yeah, I want to say more like dark fruit, or like a dark berry with some sort of like spiciness going on. Maybe like a black currant or something like that. Really, really nice. As with the other 2, super juicy with the hops on the flavour. Lots of pine and resin. I have to say all 3 have been like that. Lots of pine and resin. Pretty much on a level playing field in that department. So if you're going to talk about sort of dankness, yeah, 3 very, very good examples. Yeah, getting that sort of orange marmalade-y sort of ripe citrus that I was getting from, I think it was from Karl's, but yeah, just with that sort of dark berry as well thrown in. Shaun's has got that that sort of sweetness from the malts, but it also tastes like it's got some sort of like biscuit type malt. There's sort of like a biscuit or a sort of a dry cracker type flavour that coming through, which is really nice. Goes well with the juiciness of the hops. Bitterness is definitely there. It's quite firm and upfront, but once again that sort of tapers away. That's fantastic. It's really amazing. They look very similar, and they're all very juicy and intense, but they do have their subtle differences. And I certainly wouldn't pick one over the other because they are different. It's like one night you might want, I don't know, chicken for dinner, next night you want beef, you know, the next night you might want fish. It's not the one's better than the other, you just, you know, different nights you prefer different things. So yeah, so it'd be the same with these beers, you know. One night you might sit down and enjoy one of Karl's, one of Les's, and then one of Shaun's. Different, but equally, in my eyes, as good. So it's going to be very, very difficult to mark these 3, and then especially even more difficult to sort of match them up against the others. So I'm going to stop. We're at 19 minutes. I'll pause the camera quickly, do some marking, come back for some final thoughts. Cheers, guys. Hey guys, we're back for some final thoughts. The beer's starting to kick in, so I might have to enjoy the rest of the beer over the rest of the evening. First up, 3 very well made beers. Couldn't pick up any faults in any of them. Carbonation was good. Les's maybe a little bit low, but I know for transportation you probably carbed it a little bit lower, so it's not a big thing. Yeah, they all look fantastic. Hopefully you can get those colours. They look like juice bombs. They taste like juice bombs. They smell like juice bombs. Real good, nice, firm bitterness on all 3, but they all have a nice sort of, to some degree, a nice sort of dry finish. Yeah, I think, you know, all three of you should be very proud of the beers you've made. I'd certainly would drink all three again. And like I say, sort of ripe, juicy citrus and orange maybe. More sort of real juicy citrus, but with some tropical fruit, that sort of pineapple and sort of mango. And then yeah, Shaun's I can't quite put my finger on, but yeah, citrus and like I'm saying, like some sort of berry with sort of more sweet malts, sweet malt as well, but sort of a biscuity edge to it as well. But yeah, top job guys, you should be very proud. And seeing this is the last video, I just want to do a big shout out to Karl from Floor Sweepers Union for organising the comp, doing all the logistics, the score sheets, you know, sending the packages all over the place. I think we can all say that we really appreciate your work and effort, Karl. It's been a fantastic competition. I don't care, personally, I don't care where I come. I've had, you know, 8 fantastic beers, so yeah, I feel like a winner already. So yeah, cheers guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully I covered everything off in your beers, Karl, Les and Shaun. If I didn't, just yeah, just flick me a message and if you want a bit more info. Otherwise, yeah, that's it. Stay tuned for the final unveiling of the scores in hopefully a few weeks' time. Cheers guys, thanks for watching.